Well, hello, welcome back to Color and Canvas. Today I'm gonna call this Mischief Monday because it's Monday and we're gonna cause some trouble in the art studio. First off, we're using a turntable, and I've taped 4 tiles to the turntable, and you can see these are chipped ones because I bought a whole box, so these are all chipped. So these tiles have been in some trouble. They've had some mischief, so this is what I'm going to use to do our experiment today. The other thing we're using is I had done a beautiful, beautiful Dutch pour earlier, and this is what I scraped off my work surface. You can see where all the scrape marks are, where it dried a bit, and I've just put all the paint in a cup. And this is what came out, this dark, dark gray. And there is some shine in it because there was gold in our other paint. So this is all of our scrapes from our last pour half an hour ago. And I'm going to use them to do a Dutch pour right here. And so I'm going to put a little bit more water in because I want to thin that out just a wee bit more. I want it relatively thin, and here's the next part of our mischief is now that our paint looks beautiful, I'm going to put silicone in it, which you never do. Nobody puts silicone in a base coat. It is not recommended. But I'm going to, and I'm using coconut milk hair serum that has dimethicone in it. That's what I'm using. But I broke my bottle, so I just put it into a little squeeze bottle. And that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to put that in my paint. I did a painting accidentally with silicone in it a couple of months ago, and it turned out really nice. And I thought, well, we have this scraped up gray and these broken tiles, and it would be worth seeing how it came out. Now, part of the reason that I thinned my paint so much before was that it does thicken when you add some silicone to it. So it's ready to go. My tiles are ready to go. I have some paints that I'm going to use. All of these paints are just my plain Artist Loft or Liquitex Basics acrylics mixed with Floetrol. I have them in my little squeeze bottles, and we'll pour them on here and blow it out and see what happens. Here we go. And if this turns out, I may display all these together. So I wanted them together for the experiment because I will use them even if there's a little chip on them. So I'm going to put all the paint in the middle. Not all of it, most of it. And we'll spread some of this out. Although we don't really need to because there's a lot. So I might spread it out just a bit. Yeah, maybe a bit more. See, tiles are very slippery to begin with. I did not scratch these up. A lot of people prefer to put a little sandpaper on their tiles. I don't. I just clean them off with a little rubbing alcohol, and the paint seems to adhere to them just fine. So, but you do whatever works for you, whatever you're comfortable with. You know, I'm sure different tiles are finished different ways, so there may be a reason why people do them differently. Oh man, I can see all the cells in this crazy town base already. I love it. Okay. And so now I'm going to put, we're just going to put rings of color. Just some rings of color. Hopefully right in the middle, because it's hard to tell where the middle is now. And then we're going to blow out this big rainbow, and we may end up blowing out all kinds of cells from this silicone. And, you know, using silicone on a ceramic tile, that's new for me as well. So we're doing lots of experiments today. See that little bit of dried paint? Just came off the outside of my bottle. We'll just remove that. There we go. What other colors shall we put on here? We're going to have some white. Maybe a fair bit of white, actually. I'm putting the whole rainbow on today. Don't anybody comment that I didn't use all the right colors. We're using the rainbow. That means lots of different colors. And it's going to be lovely, we hope. And I'm going to put this, my mixed golds, right in the middle. And then I'm going to pour a tiny bit more of this right in the center and a little bit right around the edge. I'm actually thinking I'm going to put some of my 24 karat gold in the middle, right in the center. And a bit of blue, a bit more blue. All right, here we go. We are ready to go. Let's move everything aside, get our hairdryer, and let's see what happens. I'm going to add a bit more pouring medium to the gold to thin it. I'm going to stir it with my playing card that I'm going to swipe with. And I think we're going to use this size. I'm just going to dip it in. And do that a lot of times. I think that's what we're going to do with this. Wipe off your card each time. hope you saw all of that, or at least most of it. I guess it took longer than I thought and the camera stopped recording, but hopefully you saw all the swipes. All I did was a little touching up in the middle with my little stick and a little bit of extra gold paint. And I'm really happy with the way that it is right now, and I think we might leave it just like that. You can see the silicone is still coming through. The power of silicone, this is why you have to be very careful when you use it, because it's, you know, it's going to come through your paint in unexpected ways. Just like this. But I like this, and we'll see how many more of these crazy cells we end up getting. But we're going to leave it to dry. This is our Mischief Monday experiment after all. We'll see how it looks when it's dry, and hopefully it'll be amazing. I actually think it's going to be kind of nice. All right, thanks for watching. Go do some art mischief yourself. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.